Recording in progress.
So, dad and daughter talks.
Do your intro.
What do you want to talk about tonight?
Are you not going to do your hi, folks? Hi, chaps.
Hi,
What
folks.
is it?
Hi, chaps. This is me, Monday night, talking to my daughter, who is in York,
Yerk.
York, right, at university, and is drinking from a nice mug.
I need a cat nap.
What is it you're drinking? Is it tea or is it?
It's tea.
Oh, it's not vodka then.
No.
That's all you assume. Oh, I don't know. Never far away from the vodka. Okay,
Well,
so what should we talk about then?
it's Halloween.
Halloween. We're going to do Halloween. Okay.
Let's do Halloween.
So,
Well, first of all,
yeah,
have you had any instrumental Halloweens in your life?
instrumental. You mean where I played something? Instrumental. Explain instrumental.
Closer to the microphone. I can't hear you fully.
Sorry, what do you mean by instrumental?
In
Explain.
your life.
Yeah, but explain instrumental. What do you mean?
Like life-changing events that have happened on a Halloween, or just any memorable ones.
No, because previously in this country we didn't celebrate Halloween.
What? It's my
Well, it's
favorite.
become Halloween, although it was originally uh, celebrated. It was taken over by the Christian church and turned into All Hallows Eve,
Hmm.
right? But it was celebrated as Halloween in America, and it came back to this country, right? Because it was commercialized and people made a lot of money from selling pumpkins,
It
etc.
always comes back to that.
Yes. Uh, no, I'm not.
I really like
Yeah, I know
I
you
really like Halloween.
like Halloween. I'm not a great fan of Halloween at all, as it is today. As it is.
You like handing out sweets?
No, I hate it.
Oh,
I hate
you
it.
always look so joyful when you do it.
Oh, yeah, because I've spent a load of money on buying sweets, and now I'm happy to see them going to kids who are enjoying it. Uh,
Aw.
I don't mind the kids. I don't mind the kids coming around, and I don't mind the kids enjoying it. But for me, it's just a commercial because it's made me go out and buy sweets that I don't want. It's right. It's just been so commercialized. Oh, you got to do this. Oh, you've got to buy a pumpkin. You've got to carve the pumpkin and put a candle inside it, and then the kids come to your house and you have to give them sweets. It's all about buying stuff. It's just all about buying stuff.
Most things are nowadays.
Well, yeah, but that's wrong.
I agree,
That's wrong.
but I do love to dress up.
You can dress up anytime you want.
And I do, but I can
I
go
know you do.
extra
I
on
know you. I
Halloween.
see you in some of those outfits. You look amazing, right?
Thanks.
But you go out and buy those things from the charity shop, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
You don't go out to some fashion costume place. You don't,
No.
don't go and buy a costume that you'll only wear for one night, like for Halloween. It's crazy.
I mean, I have bought some things that I just wear on Halloween, but then I just like sell them on
Absolutely.
online.
Even so, the drive behind it nowadays, it's not the spirituality behind it, it's the drive behind it comes from the commercial. It is sort of capitalism. I think it's been created or recreated in England, whereas it had more or less died out. But
Yeah,
the Christians stole it. The Christians stole it from the pagans.
true. Very true.
Traditionally, the night of the year when all the spirits of the dead came back to Earth for one night and had fun with the living. And of course, lots of practical jokes and pranks were played on people.
Mm.
But as far as dead people getting up and walking, I don't go for that.
Have you ever had a ghost?
I've never seen a ghost. I've had some.
Have you ever
I've had experience.
felt it?
I can't blame. Explain. Certainly.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want the Anvil Arms World Newton story?
I would love the that story.
Okay. Okay. This was in the 70s. In the late 70s, I had friends at a pub and I was working at the pub because the landlord was ill. And one of his daughters, his eldest daughter, and I had taken over the pub and were running the pub. Did it for a couple of months.
You made it sound like you like hijacked it. We
No,
took over the
I
pub.
didn't hijack it. Both landlord and landlady were ill. And to keep the license going, which you had to do, his daughter took it over, and I think she became temporary licensee until they got
Nice.
and I helped out. And one evening after we'd locked up, shut up, the landlord
Anything.
was going out with a boyfriend to a nightclub, and I stayed in the pub by myself. And I was upstairs when I heard the back door go. The back door was a very large door, very old door, with a huge sliding bolt on it. And I heard this bolt being drawn back, and I heard the door being unlocked, and I heard somebody come in, right? And I heard footsteps walking down the passageway. And then I heard a door open into the bar and footsteps going across the bar. And then I became a bit confused because the door I'd heard open was an ordinary hinge door, whereas the actual door into the bar was a sliding door. Late now, much later, and the bar was carpeted. But I heard footsteps across like a tiled floor. So I thought that's weird. Anyway, I thought that's Jane. This was about 11 or 12 o'clock midnight, right? I thought that's her coming back with boyfriend. I'll make myself scarce in case she wants to bring him upstairs and come into the front room. So I went to bed. And the next morning I said to her, "You were back early last night. I thought you were going to a nightclub." And she laughed. And she said, "What do you mean?" And I said, "Well, it was only just past midnight when you came in." And she said, "I didn't come in till 3 o'clock."
What?
And I said, "Well, I heard the bolt sliding off the back door." Well, she said, "How? Somebody would have to be inside to do that." And then I thought, "Oh God, yes, they would." Because it's a big flat metal bolt and it slid back with a big handle. But it could only be done from the inside. It wasn't like a lock. There was a big lock that I heard go as well. But what I appeared to be hearing was the noise of somebody unlocking a door. When I used to go down and unlock the door, I used to slide the bolt back, turn the key, open the door, check it was open,
What if you
and the pub was open.
what if you accidentally locked someone inside and they were escaping?
Well, that's possible, I suppose. I know there wasn't anybody inside because we've been down and checked. We always used to go down and check.
But you don't believe in ghosts, do you?
I don't believe that dead people get up and walk around on certain
What?
occasions.
Hmm.
I do believe that things can affect, things can manifest. Uh, how can have you heard
Oh,
have you heard about the stone tape theory?
No.
Like the
Stone tape.
stone tape, stone as in rock.
Yeah.
Uh,
Tape is in TAPE.
yeah, the stone tape theory is that when things happen, especially very violent, loud, unpleasant things, that any surrounding rock or stone is impressed with that image and can,
Oh.
in certain circumstances, give it out again. Right? So you imagine a
Oh,
burst of
I
energy goes into a
understand.
rock, and under certain circumstances or triggers, that burst of energy can come out of the rock again and recreate the things that were happening. Right? It's a theory
Like,
called stone tape. You can look it up on the
because
internet.
it's like taping a like
Yeah,
fingerprint or
yeah,
something.
exactly. Yeah.
Uh,
That's a theory.
specifically stone.
Uh, Not necessarily walls, bricks, the fabric of a building. It's a theory. It could
Hmm.
encompass anything, but that's the way it goes. That's the way it's supposed to work.
Why do you believe in that?
I don't believe in it. I just said it's a theory.
Oh,
I don't believe in it or not believe it.
you're just presenting information.
Presenting it, it's there. Yes, it's out there.
Okay.
It's a theory.
Do you've done a few seances, haven't you?
Yes.
Did you believe in it?
I found them very interesting. I didn't I didn't
Did anything happen?
oh yeah. Oh yeah. Things happen. Uh don't necessarily believe in it. If somebody comes along and says, come to my seance evening, it's £10 a ticket or £15 a ticket, and I'll contact your relatives for you. Nah,
No.
nah. Charlatans, con men, But
Scammers.
when you sit down with a group of friends, right, and say, right, what are we going to do? Let's play with a Ouija board, right?
Been there.
So when you sit down and you play things, you've been there, you've done it. But
Hmm.
so things happen, don't they?
No, nothing happened
Oh, really?
actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Very unusual. That's
I was at I was at Molly's house and she has a Ouija board and we got it out and
they were
her
just
dad actually is like scared of it. It's like
sorry, who was scared?
don't touch that. Molly's dad.
All right, okay. Uh,
But yeah, we tried to do it and nothing happened. We were just holding the thing down like
the planchette.
the triangle.
Yeah. How many of there were you? Just
Three.
there was three of you.
Mhm.
You usually get something going with three. But what's happening? That's the thing. What's happening?
Yeah.
Is it really? Are you contacting spirits from the other side?
What do you think is happening
Well,
then?
what's happening is that the psyche of three people are connected together and are moving the planchette. Right? They're feeling a movement and they're reacting to that movement, right? And you all accuse each other of moving it, don't you?
Hmm.
You are moving it.
Well, not for us because it didn't move.
Oh, all right, okay. You are moving it, but you're not necessarily moving it consciously,
Mm.
right? You are accessing your psyche, right? And you're accessing other people's psyches, and it moves and it spells things out. And sometimes those things make sense, right? But are you contacting the spirit world? Right? It's akin to dowsing. It's
Yeah. What's that?
akin to tarot.
Explain dowsing.
Explain dowsing, right?
I'm pretty sure most people know what taro is, but dowsing is.
Well, dowsing is finding lost things, hidden things, water, drains, underground constructions, using various methods. Some people use a twig, willow,
Hmm.
a Y-shaped twig, held like,
Yeah.
sorry, hands out, held like that, and pointing up in front of you, and they can feel it twitching and feel it pull down. I personally use a couple of pieces of bent wire, like a pair of Western six shooters, and I walk forward with them parallel
Yeah.
until they cross.
And you found that works.
Oh yeah, yeah. I was shown it. It was a technique I was shown by a guy who worked for a company called Horstein Farmery in Lund near Beverley. And he
Hmm.
was the guy who drove a Land Rover with a trailer on the back, and on the trailer was a trenching machine. And he used to put in cables and pipes, all sorts. And we were on a job. We were putting in about a mile of water main from a main road down to a farm in the middle of nowhere. And we trenched the pipe in. We left it for connection at one end. And at the farm end, we had to find a stop tap. And he said, oh, he asked the farmer where it was. He said, well, it's somewhere in that yard. He said, it's somewhere towards the top end, somewhere near that gate. He said, but I've no idea where. So this guy went to the fence and he found some old bits of rusty fence wire and he broke them out and he bent them like a pair of six shooters,
Yeah.
wandered off in the general direction of, and they crossed.
Oh.
So he brought his little digger up and he dug a hole and there was a land drain. Oh, right, he said, that's not what I'm looking for. We'll fill that back in again. So he said, we'll try a different direction. So he wandered over towards this gateway, crossed again, got his little digger, went and dug a hole. There was the stop tap. He was right on top of it. Right? It took 10 minutes. It took 10,
That is crazy because,
we would
like,
have been hours finding that stop tap because
yeah,
it wasn't in the place the farmer thought it was. Right? It was in that direction, but it wasn't anywhere near the gate. It was probably 10 meters from the gate. You know, it was in the direction of the gate from where we were standing. Anyway, he found it. We trenched up to it. We took the old pipe off, connected the new pipe on. Job done. And I asked him about it. I was fascinated. I asked him about it. He said, "Oh, anybody can do it." He said, "It's not woo woo or witchcraft." He said, "Anybody can do it." He said, "Some people are better at it than others." But he said, "Anybody can do it. I'll show you." Right? And he showed me how to do it. And all you do is you hold the things in your hands like that. You keep your elbows into your sides. You walk forwards and you think about what you're looking for. Right? And if
yeah,
you pass
like
it,
manifesting.
that's manifesting. Exactly, that's manifesting. But the thing is, a lot of people will say, "Oh yeah, well it's these rays that come out of the ground." And the rods pick them up. Well, that's not true at all. What's happening is it's the person, right? You're the detector, right? You instinctively know somehow
Yeah,
where what you're looking for is, but you need the rods as like indicators. You move the rods yourself, the same as with the Ouija board, you move the planchette yourself. But three people are pulling in different directions, or five people are pulling in different directions, right? And people will relax and let it go one way and relax and let it go the other way. When you're walking forward with divining rods or dowsing rods, you're concentrating your mind. You're emptying your mind and concentrating on something, right? You move the rods, but you move the rods because you instinctively know you've felt something and your muscles have contracted suddenly. Now, if you look at the Australian Aboriginals, they don't need the dowsing rods. They can just put their hands out and go find water. And the strange thing is when they found the water, they can let the rest of the tribe know where it is. and the tribe will suddenly get up and start to walk off in a direction, and they'll go to where the people are. Right?
Yeah. I mean, the thing about humans is we're intrinsically just a bunch of sensors and receptors. We're
Exactly.
always taking in information by
Exactly.
different ways. I don't think it's that far-fetched to think that we could be sensing something else that's just a bit harder to comprehend than the things that we already know. Like we know of the five senses. We've got those ones down. What's to say there aren't any more that we just can't really
Oh,
test?
certainly. But what's happened? What's happened? If you look at, if you imagine those senses as muscles that have to be exercised, if they don't get exercised, they atrophy. They
Mm-hmm.
disappear. They become we become desensitized, right? But the Aboriginals need that skill to survive, and so they're doing it all the time. So they don't need the rods. They can just feel the tension in the muscles. They do, I believe. I believe they do put their arms by their sides and put their hands out. And they say they can smell water. They say they can smell it. They'll just walk and they'll change direction and they'll dig around with the stick and find it. And that's it.
Interesting. What do you think? Do you think the same about the tarot? Because I could give you a tarot reading right now.
That would be interesting.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
wouldn't be able to tell you what it means right away, depending on the cards.
I think I think tarot is very much like dowsing. It is another way of accessing your subconscious mind. Slides off to one side to get tarot cards.
Yeah,
Yeah. What deck do you use?
I have the original.
How original?
Well, not the original, but like the rider uh
Rider Waite.
ones, yeah.
Yeah, Rider Waite. Yeah.
Um yeah. Um Shout out to Audrey who gave them to me.
Right. Hi, Audrey. Thank you for giving my daughter the tarot.
Yeah.
That's very good.
Um yeah.
You should always be given tarot cards. You should never buy them.
Yeah, that's
Everything knows that. And it's the Rider Waite, is it?
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What's reading?
Excellent.
Here are the cards.
Yeah.
Power of you. That one's upside down.
Yes, I know.
Okay. What do you want a reading for?
Uh,
What do you want to know?
the outcome of my rat situation.
Okay. Are you thinking about that?
I am, yes.
Okay, think about that. I'm just gonna shuffle these. Uh, okay. Rat thoughts.
Right, rat thoughts. What is going to happen?
Tell me when you feel like I should stop shuffling.
Yeah. Stop.
Okay. Put that back down. What I like to do is I like to split the deck in half.
Yeah.
Which one which one is resonating with you more? Just drop some. Meant to be for real.
Uh, this side. The ones on your right.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay. Now think rat thoughts. Just realize this is kind of boring like podcast. Me shuffling cards if someone isn't watching the video.
I don't know.
But anyway, rats.
I say rats because it's my major, it's my major, not obsession, not occupation, but it's my major annoyance.
Struggle.
Yeah, stop.
Yeah. Tell me when to stop shuffling, by the way.
Okay, stop.
Okay. Right. Are you going to explain the rat situation?
Well, I have been, my building has been, when I took the building back from Michael, when Michael had finished with it and moved to the workshop, running out of time. Right, we're running.
That's fine. We have 10 minutes.
Okay.
Right. Okay. So you got the Knight of Cups,
Yeah.
the reserve reversed, Six of Pentacles, and the Queen of Swords.
Mm.
Gonna go back to me now,
Yeah.
and I'll consult the little book instead of Googling it.
Well,
Okay. I'll try to be quick. Um, um, okay. The Knight of Cups. I can't find the Knight of Cups.
want to leave that till next time.
Oh no, I found it.
Okay, go on.
Arrival, approach, sometimes that of a messenger, a visit from a friend who will bring unexpected money to the querent, the
Right.
one making query, I'm guessing.
Inquiry, that's me, yes.
So advances, proposition, demeanor, invitation, incitement. Let's see what that means with the other ones. Pentacles. I do love pentacles. It's my favorite suit, I would say. And the six, reversed. Desire, envy, jealousy, illusion. Check on your ambition. And then the Queen of Swords. Widowhood, female sadness, embarrassment, absence, sterility, mourning, privation, separation. Are
Doesn't
you and Mum gonna get divorced over the rats?
no, doesn't sound good, does it?
No, it kind of sounds like you're going to contact someone to get rid of the rats and then they're gonna come back.
Rats always come back. Rats.
Real.
There's only one way to get rid of rats, right? And it's simple. You stop feeding them because rats go wherever there's food. There's no food in my building. They've just got into my building and they're living there. They're being
Yeah.
they're being fed next door, right? They're being fed by bags of animal food which are left open in sheds and in open sheds
Yeah.
and we've proved with the kennels up at Keith's, when you stop feeding them, they stop coming. They just disappear
Yeah.
because there's
But
nothing.
this does sound like didn't you contact someone to come get rid of them?
Yeah, I've had a
Sounds like unfortunately that might not work.
no. Well, it will work for now. If we
Yeah.
get rid of them for now, if we can have an ongoing agreement that he puts rat boxes down and discourages them. But the main thing to do is not to poison them. The main thing to do is to clear up the site and get rid of all the food. Put the food in metal dustbins where they can't get to it. Then
Yeah.
they'll just go away. They just leave because there's nothing for them to eat. You get food there, they breed, they grow, they eat. You take the food away from them after they've bred. There's nothing for them to eat. They go looking elsewhere.
Phillips rat tips.
That's what happens. That's what happens. We've completely eradicated them from the kennels. They've gone because we leave them absolutely nothing that they could possibly eat. Right?
I think this could be a metaphor for people.
Yeah, yeah.
If you don't want rats, don't feed them.
Don't feed them. Absolutely. Absolutely. So there's lots more I could say, but we haven't probably got time.
No,
We'll
I
have,
need to go get some food anyway.
we'll have to continue this talk another day, sometime next week.
Yep.
Okay?
Yes.
Right, I love those new glasses.
Thanks. They're funky, aren't they? They match my hair now as well.
Window panes. Yeah. Okay then.
My yes.
Okay, I shall.
Wait, like and subscribe.
Oh yes, yes, yes. This is going out on my YouTube channel in probably tonight or tomorrow, and we'll see if you'll all like it, and if you do, like and subscribe. It's called DAD, which stands for Dad and Daughter Talks, and Izzy thought that up, not me. So
Got a big brain.
there you go, you biologist. Okay, bye bye now.
Ring that bell.
Ring that bell.